Hello everybody. For those who have been watching my videos for a while now, you know that my name is Anna, and I love sharing with you what I found out about myself, and what I found out is true about how to live the life as yourself through the system of human design and through my personal experiments, through my observations. So here I would like to say a few words about myself. I hope not to make a long video and just have a short self-introduction. So originally I'm Ukrainian. There were times when I had to explain where that is and what kind of country it is, and now it's very easy. I just say that I'm Ukrainian, and I think you already know something about my country. And I was lucky enough to live in many countries around the world and travel in many countries around the world since a very young age, which I think helped me to simply see that what people consider to be right in one place is very wrong in the place that you travel the next day. That was very important for me to simply ask the question, like, what kind of values we have, what kind of inner guidance we should choose for ourselves, since the mental plane is so conditioned. Like, we can have any mental concepts about our life, and you just change the geographical location and the mental concepts are so different. So these questions were interesting to me, and by being able to observe so many ideas that people think are right and live their whole lives according to them, just to find out that just next door to them, people have absolutely opposite ideas of how they should live their lives. So for me, it was very obvious that there should be some inner guidance and inner feeling that allows you to know exactly what is wrong for you, what is correct for you, without relying so much on the mental suggestions that are given to you from the outside, from your environment, let's call it. And that's why I have been searching. I have visited India. I have studied yoga in India. I have looked into different concepts of self-knowledge. And I always felt that astrology is very potent, but I always was a little bit not sure how to understand the influence of all the planets and like the interpretation of the planets. There are some very few brilliant astrologists. I respect them very much, but you still depend on somebody telling you how this or that planet is influencing you and so on. Like, you're still following somebody's suggestions. For me, it was very obvious that there must be a system in the world. I felt it. Like, I was so curious searching. I felt that there is something that is, I don't know, in my understanding was a bit like astrology, that is considering your personal aspects like date of birth, time of birth, place of birth, but still is more universal, like more applicable, let's say. And when in around 2010, I first time went on a website that was giving the basic understanding of what human design is. That was Jovian Archive, actually, the site of the Human Design Academy. And there was a voice of Ra. There was where I recorded, like, to describe different energy types. It impacted me so strongly. In the moment, I felt that, yes, this is the knowledge. This is the way that can help me discover who I am. I started my human design journey, which I say officially, yeah, because officially is when you take a reading. when you take a reading of your body graph, of your chart from a professional. So I have taken my chart reading from John Martin, who is a very renowned teacher, my favorite teacher of human design. I'm so lucky and so fortunate that I have been his student. But first I took reading from him in 2014 and followed with a course, Living Your Design, which I think is also very essential course, very essential practice that helps you start practically looking at the aspects and helping you use the knowledge and the aspects of this knowledge into, you know, using it in your life, observing yourself, starting your own experiment. And that was 2015. And I think beginning of 2016 when I was finishing the course. Then I was for a while in my own experiment. And at some point, when you start living true to yourself, when you start being really yourself, people notice that. I was not giving any advertisement. I was not really talking openly, because those who follow human design, who already live in experiment, know this knowledge is not for everybody. Yes, I believe knowing the inner strategy, the inner authority is for everybody, but just generally the knowledge of human design is not appealing to everyone. But those people who have noticed that I somehow living my uncompromised self, that I somehow started to be firmer and changed and more content about being myself. People started coming and asking me questions. I naturally started giving readings maybe 3-4 years into living my own experiment. I found it very fascinating, and in 2017, I traveled to Hawaii and met John Martin again and took some of my knowledge to a next level. And I became even more confident. I was curious. When people come to you with their charts, first the intention wasn't really like giving them a reading, but the intention was to see to observe how I perceive this person, to see what I see, and then look into the chart, find the confirmation there, ask that person, do they actually experience it the way I see it in the chart? And the confirmations were so striking. And for those who have already certain awareness in their life, this knowledge made so much sense that, like, I already feel this for many years about myself, but I wasn't so sure and so confident I can really rely on this. Or I have been feeling this, and I thought there is something wrong in me and I needed some kind of fixing. I love human design, that it just shows you mechanically who you really are, that you don't need fixing, but you need awareness to see certain things. When you see certain things, after a while, when you're living your experiment, you stop doing certain things, and you naturally, very naturally, I believe it's a very natural process. Slowly and naturally, you become really who you are. And I think that's the purpose why we are here. I think it's the most important person. If you came here to be a rose or a tree or something else, it's so important that you are, and that you blossom in the way that you blossom, not like others, and that you do the things that give you satisfaction or give you success or give you, allow you to make impact or give you surprise. I'm just saying from the aura of all energy types, that you're here living truly your life, not somebody else's. And I wish this for everyone.